This conference will now be recorded.
So any questions before going to the today's section? Okay, now we're entering into the concept of very important concept. So with regards to right uh, enablement of the respective AWS VPC to the right respective on-premises. Right? Very important. So this is again, this is not, these topics are not going to be there for your examination or in our syllabus, but these VPNs are these topics are going to helpful for you to crack your respective interviews, right? So now here enable the respective connectivity between from your respective AWS environment to the data center environment. We'll see how it looks. So now here you have a picture of completely right. You guys are going to be understand about the VPG, virtual private gateway, and you also going to be understand about the site-to-site VPN, and you guys are going to be understand about the right respective customer gateway, and also you guys going to be help you to understand about the respective enablement of the setup from your AWS on premises to the data centers environment, right? AWS on premises to the data centers environment. So that is how it's going to happen. So now here you guys need to enable the setup, right? You guys need to enable the setup here with regards to the AWS on premises to the data center here. So now here you have an AWS VPC, right? You have an AWS VPC. So here you have a cider of your respective AWS VPC here 10.30.0.0/16, right? And now here you have a respective subnets here. One is with the public subnet and second one is with the private subnet here, right? VPC subnet here. One is with the public and second one is with the private here, right? VPC public subnet and VPC private subnet here. Right? That is one main important thing. And here you have a completely a router which helpful for you to enable the source and destination of your respective protocols, right? You have a router here, right? Now here to enable the community between the respective AWS VPCs to the right other data centers environment, you guys are now introduce a culture called VPN or VPG here. You call this one as an virtual private cloud, virtual private gateway, right? Virtual private gateway here, right? Virtual private gateway. And here you are enabling the respective site-to-site VPN here. Here you need to enable the site-to-site VPN here, right? For your respective VPN connection, right? You guys are going to be enable the site-to-site VPN connection here, right? From your respective VPCs to the from your respective VPCs to the respective right from your respective VPCs to the respective outside of this respective connectivity. And here this is the VPN. This is you call this one as a site-to-site VPN here. Right, you call this one as a site-to-site VPN here. Site-to-site VPN here. So now here, with the help of this site-to-site VPN, you guys are going to be enabling right respective right? On-premises data centers, right? On-premises data centers here, right? On-premises data centers here, right? On-premises data centers here, right? And here you're also going to be enable your respective customer gateway and right the customer gateway, and also you guys are going to be enable the respective connectivity between your AWS VPC to the on-premises data center. On-premises data center here. This is what you guys are going to be doing right. Completely, you guys are going to be invoking right now here. This is completely from AWS VPC to the on-premises data center. Right? AWS VPC to the on-premises data center. So now here, this is how the hybrid setup works actually. So your AWS VPC want to connect with the on-premises data center, and your AWS VPCs or your AWS resources want to communicate from the right the respective AWS VPCs to the on-premises data center. Those things you guys are going to be enabled with the help of right. Those things you guys are going to be enabled with the help of right. That is one main important thing that you guys are going to be enabled. Am I clear on this? What I'm trying to say? Am I clear, guys? So this is one main very important right practical right. It is pretty use practical, but very simple actually. You guys are going to do so very simple here. You guys are going to be enabling here. So now here to enable this one, you require a data center connectivity. Right? To enable this one, you guys need to require a data center connectivity. That means data center premises you require, right? So as of now, you don't have the data center. You guys are assuming one of the AWS VPC in other region as a data center. For example, this is your on-premises AWS VPC, right? This is your on AWS VPC here, and this is your respective, right? This is your respective, right? This is your respective North Virginia, right? North Virginia region. This is your respective North Virginia region here, right? Where your data center, on-premises data center is going to be. So you guys are assuming your North Virginia VPC as an data center. You guys are trying to enable the connectivity between from the Mumbai, right, AWS VPC to the, you are assuming the data center on-premises VPC as an in the North Virginia region here. That's what you guys are going to be doing. Am I clear on this? Any questions, any doubts here? Right. That is one main important thing here. This communication method only used to migrate. Not, it's not migration actually. You're not using the migration. You guys are using the completely, right? You guys are using completely, right? You guys are using completely for the enablement of the connectivity between the on-premises to the respective AWS data center, AWS VPC to the on-premises data center. You have some, you have the some of the VPCs, right? Need to, or some of the AWS resources need to connect to your respective, right? Connect to your respective, right? On-premises data center. Yes, it's kind of an hybrid cloud. Not only for the migration, it's kind of an hybrid cloud as
So, for migrating on-prem to AWS, so what is the way of communication is happening? Like,
well. That is, you have a tool called Cloud Endure actually. You have a tool called Cloud Endure. Right? With the help of this Cloud Endure, you guys are migrating actually. Right? You guys are going to use a third-party tools for that.
Where to migrate from on-premises data center to
Yeah,
AWS cloud?
you guys are adopting a third-party tools like cloud and
Okay. This so many times interview question is this. I said Snowball, but they said that any other options like that previously.
Snowball also is one of the things to migrate your
Okay.
data. That is
Okay.
also right answer. But generally, cloud and will going to be help you.
Okay.
But generally, the migrations process are like they will completely revisiting the setup. They will not going to migrate as it is. They will revisit the complete migration setup actually.
Okay.
So the on-premises to data center. Right. They will take the source code. They will try to deploy it. Right. That's what they do actually. Like, so any other questions you have? So now here you guys are completely enabling the respective traffic from the AWS VPC to the right on premises. As of now, you guys are into like you don't have the on premises data center, right? You are assuming your North Virginia region as an right. You are assuming your North Virginia region as an right customer data center, right? North Virginia region as a customer data center. That's what you guys are going to do right now. So now here you need to try to enabling this respective, right? You need to try to enabling this respective, right? All these resources, right? So how you guys are going to enable this, all these resources, we'll see one after other, right? So now let's go ahead and Sudha is back. So I'm just logging into my respective setup here. So now here you guys are going to be creating a respective VPC over the Mumbai region here. Right, already three VPCs are there, two VPCs are there, which is on 10.10. Let's consider this is your VPC. Let me check once again whether this VPC is appropriate or not. Right, this is your CIDR, which is 10.10.0.0/16, and this is your subnet. You have a public subnet, which is on 10.10.8.0/23, 10.10.1.0/24, 6.0/23, right, and 6.0/23. Okay, so yeah, this looks fine here. Now here you are entering into the route table here. In the public route, you have two public subnets here, which is going to associate with the IGW. Looks good here. Similarly, in the private route, you have a route table which is for the not. Right. This is status is the black hole. So what happened to this NAT gateway here? NAT gateway was not found. So create an NAT gateway whether the internet gateway is attached to your respective. This is attached to the prod VPC. That looks good. So go for this respective NAT gateway and create a NAT gateway. Prod hyphen NAT hyphen gateway. So where I need to allocate? I need to allocate in the public subnet. Right. I need to allocate in the public subnet here. So that is one main important thing. Create an NAT gateway. Right. Right. That is one thing. So now here you guys are creating the NAT gateway. This is in still pending state. We'll wait till NAT gateway is in updated. So now still it is pending. Let's wait for it. Meanwhile, let's change your respective North Virginia region, right, and try to create your respective uh, data center, on-premises data center. Uday, you're asking something actually. So now here creating the VPC here. So I'm assuming this one as a data center VPC, right? Remember, this is a data center VPC. As you don't have the data center, you guys are assuming this North Virginia region as our respective data center. And here I've been using the series of 10.30.0.0/16, right? 10.10.0.0/16 here. Now here you have an subnets here, right? Here you have an two subnets here. One is with the public hyphen. Let me consider this one as a data center hyphen public one. So which is an availability zone, which is an availability zone 1A. So here 10.30.0.0/1.0/24. Right, 1.0/24 here. And similarly, you have an data center hyphen private here. So you will have an data center hyphen public hyphen 2. Right here you have an 1D, which is an 10.10.2.0/24. Like 2.0/24. Sorry, which is this one is 10.30.2.0/24. Right. Create a subnet here. Now similarly, you have an public center icon, data center icon. Data center icon, private icon 1, which is on 1A availability zone 10.30.3.0/24. Right. Similarly, you have an data center hyphen private hyphen 2, 10.30.4.0/24. So I'm considering this as one the data centers, right, from 1 to 4 subnets here within this range. Go for the internet gateway, create an internet gateway. data center hyphen IGW, create an internet gateway here, and go for the actions attached to your respective VPC. So now what next? What I need to do next? I need to create a NAT gateway here, right? I need to create a NAT gateway here. So this NAT gateway, so I need to create it over the respective public subnet here. Right. Go for the NAT gateway here. So create a NAT gateway. So data center hyphen NAT gateway. This should be over your respective public subnet here. Right. Create an NAT gateway here. Now go for the routes. Create two routes here. Data center hyphen public hyphen route, and here this should be over the public route where you guys need to associating with the two public subnets which you guys have created. Similarly, you have an private routes here. Data center hyphen private route, right? Data center hyphen private route, which you guys are associating with the private subnets. This is pretty much you guys know. You have discussed a couple of times how to create the VPC. So now here, edit the routes. If it is a private route, add it to the 0.0 to the respective NAT gateway. Similarly, if it is a public route, add this route to the internet gateway. This is how it works here, right? Right? This is how it works. Now here, as of now, you guys have just did a thing actually, right? You guys have just created a right a VPCs here, right? Just a VPCs you guys have created here. So now here, you guys are going to be creating a launching an EC2 instances here, right? This is I'm launching on the respective, right? This is I'm launching on the respective, right? This is I'm launching on the respective North Virginia region here. So now the launch the instances here, launch the instances here. Right, I'm selecting this respective Hello. Yes, am I audible?
Yes, audible.
Yeah, fine. So now here in this respective data center VPCs, right? I'm creating one of the EC2 instances here, right? So that I can enable the VPN here for this. So now here select the EC2 instances. So I'm been using the T2 medium here because I'm going to be enable an OpenSwarm, right? OpenSwarm VPN here, which is going to be help us to act like a software on the on-premises data center here, right? So T2 medium I've been using here. So this is on the data center VPC. So enable the respective, right? Enable the respective public IP address for this. This is going to be there over the public subnet, right? This is going to be there over the respective public subnet here. That is what I'm going to do. As of now, you guys are clear. Any questions, any doubts here? What I'm trying to do? Just I created a VPC in the North Virginia region. I'm considering this one as a customer on premises data center VPC here to achieve the connectivity between the AWS VPC to the customer data center VPC. Right? Am I clear on this? This is what you do. Right? Any questions here as of now? Right? So now here, you guys are going to be enabling the right a public IP address for this and then creating the storage environment, right? Creating this respective storage environment, right? So now here name equal to right opens form over your opens form VPC here, right? Name equal to open form VPC here, right? Open form VPC, and you've been allowing the respective port 22 here and review and launch. Create any key. I'm like to go with an opens form. Right, this is what I do here. So now logging into this respective one. So before that, convert that pod.pem to .ppk here. Right, that is how it works here. So now here, let's log in into the instances. You guys are going to enable some software here, right? Completely, you guys are going to be enabling a software here for this respective Open VPN. To enable the software, you guys need to enable a few of the commands here. Logging into the instance first. right? First, use the command called mupdate-y. Right. Once you have updated here, you need to use the m install, right? Open swarm -y here, right? M install open swarm -y. So now here you need to use this respective open swarm VPN, right? For this, you also include the few of the parameters, right? Here under this one actually, respect to this thing actually, you need to enable this conf file, and also you need to check whether this rule has been included or not. Included /etc ipsec.t to allow your respective IP address, right? To avoid unnecessary, right, connection issues, right? To avoid unnecessary connection issues. So now after that, post that, you guys need to ensure that systemctl.conf here, right? Systemctl.conf here. Yeah, you need to enter it manually. Firstly, you need to check whether it's allowed or not. If not allowed, you need to include it. But by default nowadays, it's going to be allowed here. Post that, you need to enable this three main important networking IP address forwarding rules here to accept your IPv4 connections to this specific open VPN actually. IPv4 connections here, right? To accept all the traffic here from the IPv4 IP address. Right? These things you guys need to ensure that, right? These things you guys need to ensure that here. And service network restart, right? Service network restart you guys need to enable here. Post you have allowed everything. The service network restart you need to enable here, right? This is what you guys need to do, right? This is what you guys need to do here. So now here, post that, right? Now here, post that here, you guys need to enable a respective communication from from this respective CIDR to this EC2 instances, the one which you have created. So now which IP address range I want to allow from here to this one. You have created an open swarm VPN. So you need to allow, in our case, you are using the Mumbai region as 10.10. Here, 10.10.0.0/16 here. So now all the traffic you need to allow from this respective CIDR to this open VPN here, right? So now go for this respective security, open the respective security groups here, edit the inbound traffic, add a rule or TCP traffic, all traffic from the CIDR of 10.10.0.0/16 from AWS VPC. Clear what I'm trying to do? I have allowed all the traffic here from this respective VPC to here. Am I clear what I'm trying to do here? Any questions, any doubts here as of now? So now here you need to switch back to the respective Mumbai region. Now let's check whether the NAT is completely allowed or not. So now go for the respective VPC. right? The route tables here. So for private route, edit this respective route. Here, instead of this NAT, give the proper NAT gateway here, the one which you have created right now. Save the changes here. So this is it active right now, right? No issues with this. Now create one VPC here and create one of the instances here, last instances. Here on the prod VPC, enable the public IP address, right? On the prod VPC on the public subnet, right? Public subnet here, just adding a storage of the 15 GB. Now here I would like to name this one as prod VPC, which is an AWS VPC here. Prod AWS VPC. Next, create a security group. Now I am allowing all traffic from this respective, right? From this respective 10.30.0.0/16. From that customer data center, I've been allowing the all the traffic here. Customer VPC, I would like to say here. Customer VPC, I would like to say. So launch, and here I would like to go with wrap here and launch the respective instance. Right, this is what I'm doing here. Any questions as of now? Jiva, Uday, Avinash, Rekha, any questions here? Any questions you'd like to ask me here? Right, this is one thing that I am doing here. Right, so post that, right, post that what you guys are going to be performing here, post that you guys are going to be entering into the respective, right, you guys are going to be entering into the respective, right, the concept of enabling method of the customer gateway, right, the concept of enablement of the customer gateway and site to site VPN, those things you guys are entering, right, those things you guys are entering here, right. So now here create a, in this one, let's create a, in this one you need to create a virtual private gateway. In the VPCA you need to create a virtual private gateway. Let's go ahead and create it. And also you guys need to create a respective customer gateway as well. And also you guys need to create a respective customer gateway as well. And also you need to enable a VPN connectivity as well, right? These things you guys need to do it, right? These things you guys need to do it here. Now go for step by step first. VPN, VPG gateway, virtual private gateway here. So go for this virtual private gateway here. Create a virtual private gateway here. So now here you've been using the VPCA virtual private gateway. Right. Right. Create a virtual private gateway here. Go for the actions attached to the VPC. What if I'm VPC attached to the VPC here? Right. This is your respective virtual private gateway. And then you guys need to enable the customer gateway as well. Create a customer gateway. Right. VPC-A-prod-CGW, the customer gateway. Right. CGW of the respective customer gateway here, right? Now here, these are the respective, right? These are the respective IP address here, right? These are the respective IP address here. The one which you guys are going to be using here, these are the respective IP address here. So in this respective customer gateway, right, right, in this respective customer gateway, you guys need to provide the IP address or public IP address here of this one, this respective EC2 instances, the one which you guys are looking for. This public IP address you need to provide here, right? This public IP address you guys need to provide here. And remaining everything you guys can use optional here. Just go with the default settings. Only this IP address you guys need to enable here in this respective customer gateway, right? So now here you guys need to enable an, right? You guys need to enable an the respective site-to-site VPN here. You guys need to enable a site-to-site VPN here, right? The site-to-site VPN you guys need to creating from your data center to AWS VPC. I'm naming as AWS VPC to data center. Here, if you want to attach to the multiple, yes, I think Avinash asked me if you want to attach to the multiple VPC, the peering connections, then you need to select the transit gateway. If you want to go with only one VPC, then you need to go with then one VPG actually, one VPG site-to-site VPN. So that is what you do here. This is the one, the VP. You already created the VPG here, virtual private gateway. It only get attached to the one VPC here. If you want to go with the multiple, you need to use the transit gateway. This is the difference actually for the transit gateway.
Will it take automatically when we use transit gateway? Will it detect
Yeah,
automatically?
it will get actually, it will get. But only the reason here is the transit gateway, it will going to be enter into the multiple VPCs actually.
Okay.
Multiple VPC can able to connect at once.
No need of any manual routing and all.
Huh? Sorry?
No, then there is no need of any manual routings. It will
Yeah, there
automatically
is no
detect
need
all
of
of them.
manual routing again and again here. Just you need to change the transit gateway and you need to enable. That's it, simple.
Okay, thank you.
Right? This is how it's going to be happen. Suppose that you guys need to enabling the respective. So now here the customer gateway is already here. Now select with your static one, right? Select with your static one here, right? Static routing, and here you need to ensure the static prefixes that is two. That is in my case, right? In my case here 10.10 dot, right, 10.10.0.0/16 here, which is my VPC cider, right, which is my CD uh, VPC cider. This is the one, and let's go with and select with this one. So now here, this is the two tunnels it's going to be happen. One is with active and second one is passive, right? Two tunnels is going to be happen here. So this will take couple of minutes actually, right? The tunnels are going to be down here, but it will up. It will take couple of minutes. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. Still it is in pending state. Let's wait for it. This will take at least for 10 to 15 minutes, right? Wait. So now it is available. The tunnels will going to be down for a while, right? So why it going to be tunnel for a while? That I will update you. So now download this respective configuration actually. So now here the vendor here been using the opens farm actually, right? Download this opens farm here, right? This up to here only. This is your job actually, and this information you need to pass to your respective data center engineer actually, right? This information you guys are passing to the data center engineer actually. That's it. So as you are not having the data center, what you guys are going to do, you guys are going to be, right, you guys are performing the data center job as well, right? Now here coming to this one, so here you guys need to ensure that, right, now here you guys need to completely ensure that there is some changes need to be performed here, right? So completely, so So go for the route table here, right? Go for the respective route here. Go for this respective private route. Click on this routes here, right? Click on this routes here. Go for the route propagation, right? And edit the route propagation here, right? Edit the route propagation. Just click on this respective enable here, right? And save it. Route propagation, you need to save this one here, right? Route propagation, you guys need to save this one here. Now here, you guys need to go for the VPCB, which is your respective North Virginia region. So this is your data center and you have downloaded the file, right? So that file you need to use on your respective OpenSpam VPN here, right? This is your OpenSpam VPN here. So use this one. That is one thing actually. So now here you need to open this one AWS/etc, right? ipsec.d, right? Slash aws.conf. That's why you have included there, right? This one you guys are going to be doing here. So now here you guys need to be, right? This one, the one which you guys are looking for here, you have this tunnel details, right? So what you guys are going to do here, this respect to tunnel details, you guys need to edit and you need to copy here, right? Edit and you guys need to copy it here. That's what you guys are going to be performing this one. So here you guys need to do some change here. Instead of this respective public IP address, you guys need to go with the EC2 public IP address here, right? EC2B public IP address here. That means your respective public IP address of your respective this one in the respective North Virginia. This one here, right? This tunnel IP address you need to change here, right? This tunnel IP address you need to change here. You guys need to enable here. This is also you guys need to ensure that to changing of your respective tunnel IP address here. This tunnel IP address you need to change. That's what you guys need to do. And here you guys need to ensure that. So let's make this right one as it is here. And this left subnet should be, you guys need to, right, ensure that the changes here 10.30.0.0/16, right? And also you need to, the right subnet here, which is the remote subnet, here you need to use the data center here of 10.aws1 here, 10.10.0.0/16. This is what you guys need to do. And also you guys need to ensure that, right? And also you guys need to ensure that, right? And also you guys need to ensure that this thing you have copied properly and pasted into the respective, right? These things you guys have copied properly, and you also do one change here, right? One important change you guys need to do. You guys need to do here. This arc ESP you need to remove, right? And then copy this tunnel details and paste it on your respective OpenSpam. paste it on your respective open spam here. So that is one you guys need to do here. So now here go for this respective one, right? Enable this respective thing here, right? Paste it here. Post that. What you guys need to do here? Let me change it to this one, right? Post that. What you guys need to do here is you need to again create one file called /etc, right? IPsec, right? You need to go for this respective IPsec here, and then you need to ensure that, right? And then you need to ensure that, right? And then you need to ensure that AWS secrets, right? This is the key where you have need to provide it here, right? This key you need to the public tunnel key where you are getting this one. This secret, right? You need to paste it on your respective one. This is the one you guys need to paste in here, right? This one you guys need to paste in here. Very important one here. This is how it's going to happen. So let's see how it works here. I think the tunnel one public IP address is you have missed this one as 132.111 here, 233 and the 247 and the 111 here. This is the tunnel one IP address here. EC2 public IP address D. So 249, this is the tunnel one IP address here. The EC2 public IP address and tunnel one, this is the this one you need to mention in this file. Okay. So create a new file called /etc password. This one, the secrets here. I have created this one, right? In this file, you need to copy this one, right? This is the secret you need to copy. Suppose that you need to use the service IPsec start. So now check the status here. It is running perfectly, right? So now here, if you guys are did it correctly here, if you guys are did it correctly, go for the change the Mumbai region here. So go for the respective VPC. So go for the respective VPC here. So go for your tunnel here. So the one which you have created here, the side-to-side VPN tunnel here, right? So it should be up actually. It will take some time to up, but it will be up. Tunnel one should going to be up here if you guys have did it correctly, right? The tunnel one should be up. So this will take some time to up actually because the communication between happening from this respective, right, VPC. So ensure that you are having in the North Virginia region for this respective IPsec